6 seconds after George Foreman insulted Bruce Lee's mother on live television, the Olympic champion sat on Johnny Carson's couch with an expression he'd never worn before. Not fear, not pain, understanding. The specific understanding that comes from watching someone move so fast, your brain can't process the movement, but your body registers the message perfectly. The message that says, I could have, I didn't, remember that. Burbank, California, NBC Studios, The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson, February 16, 1973, Friday night, 11:30 p.m., live television broadcast to 20 million American homes, the most watched late-night show in the country, the stage where careers are made, where celebrities become legends, where one wrong moment can define everything that comes after. Tonight's guests are Olympic champion George Foreman and martial arts instructor Bruce Lee. Foreman is 24 years old, 6'3", 250 pounds, Olympic gold medal winner from Mexico City 1968, undefeated professional heavyweight boxer, 37 wins, 0 losses, the most feared puncher in boxing. Big George, the man everyone believes will be the next undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He's wearing a grey suit, confident, charismatic, the easy charm of someone who has never lost at anything. Bruce Lee is 32, 5'7", 140 pounds, martial arts instructor, some television work, The Green Hornet, guest appearances, teaching Hollywood actors, not famous yet, not a star, just a martial artist who has been making small waves in the industry. He's wearing a dark blue suit, white shirt, tie, professional, calm, sitting next to Foreman on the famous Tonight Show couch. The size difference is extreme. Johnny Carson is at his desk, master of ceremonies, America's favorite host, the man who controls the conversation. The show has been running smoothly. Foreman talked about his Olympic victory, his professional career, his training. The audience loves him. Big, powerful, American champion. Bruce talked about martial arts, about philosophy, about the difference between violence and discipline. The audience is polite, interested, curious about this small Chinese man who moves so precisely. Carson guides the conversation toward technique. George, you're a boxer. Bruce, you do kung fu. What's the difference? Standard talk show question, set up for entertaining answer. Foreman leans back, comfortable, says, boxing is real fighting. What Bruce does is more like dancing. Looks good, but in a real fight? He shrugs, smiles. Size and power win every time. The audience laughs. It's friendly. Foreman isn't being malicious, just confident. Bruce smiles slightly, says, different goals. Boxing has rules. Martial arts prepares for no rules, both valid for their purpose. Foreman grins. Come on, man, you're telling me if we fought, your kung fu would work against my boxing? He's playing to the audience. Entertainment. The contrast is too good. Big George versus Little Bruce, David and Goliath. Except Goliath is America's Olympic champion. Carson senses good television, leans in. Bruce, what would you do against someone George's size? Bruce considers, says carefully, I would not fight someone George's size. I would avoid the situation. Fighting is last resort, not first choice. Foreman laughs. Loud. Genuine. See? He admits it. Size matters. I respect the honesty. He's not being cruel, just confident, absolutely certain of his worldview. He's George Foreman, Olympic champion, undefeated. Size and power have never failed him. Why would they start now? The conversation continues, moves to other topics, training methods, diet. The audience is engaged. Then Foreman circles back, can't help himself. The contrast is too interesting, says, you know what it is, Asian guys, they're disciplined. I respect that, but they're small. My mum could probably take most of them. He's grinning, thinks it's humor. The studio laughs, nervous laughter. Carson's smile tightens. Bruce's expression doesn't change. Foreman continues, emboldened by the laugh. No offense, Bruce. I'm sure your mum was a nice lady, but Chinese mothers, they're what, 5 feet tall? £100? How tough could... He doesn't finish the sentence because Carson cuts in. George, but the damage is done. The words are out. On live television, 20 million viewers heard it. The studio goes quiet. Not silent, quiet. The specific tension when a line gets crossed, and everyone knows it, but nobody knows how to react. Bruce sits completely still. His hands are on his lap. His face is calm, but something has changed. Something in his eyes. Not anger. Focus. The complete focus of someone who just made a decision. He stands up, smooth, unhurried. Carson says, "Bruce, we should..." Bruce says quietly, "May I demonstrate something?" His voice is level, professional. Carson hesitates. This isn't scripted. This could go wrong. But Bruce's calm is reassuring. Carson nods. Sure. What would you like to show?" Bruce looks at Foreman. "Stand up, please." Foreman grins. This is getting interesting. He stands, the size difference now fully visible. Foreman towers. Bruce barely reaches his shoulder. The audience murmurs. This is good television. Uncomfortable television, but good. Bruce says, "You mentioned size and mothers. I'd like to show you something about both." He positions himself 3 feet from Foreman. "Please put your hands up. Boxing guard. Protect yourself." Foreman's grin fades slightly. Is this real? Is Bruce actually challenging him? On live TV? Carson says nervously, "Gentlemen, this is just a demonstration, right?" Bruce nods. "Demonstration only. No contact, just movement." Foreman relaxes. "Okay, just showing technique." He raises his hands. Proper boxing guard, chin tucked. Foreman knows how to protect himself. Second one. Bruce moves. Not a punch, not a kick. His right hand extends toward Foreman's face. Slow, controlled, stopping 6 inches from Foreman's nose. Foreman doesn't flinch, doesn't move. The punch is slow enough to see coming, easy to avoid. Bruce pulls his hand back, says, "That was slow. You could block that, or dodge it, correct?" Foreman nods. "Yeah, easy." He's still grinning. This is what he expected. Martial arts demonstrations, slow movements, nothing real. Bruce says, "Now I'll show you real speed. Same movement, but at my actual speed. Still no contact, just so you can feel the difference. Ready?" Foreman nods. "Guard up. Ready." He's fought professional heavyweights. He can handle a demonstration from a martial artist half his size. Second 2. Bruce's hand moves again. But not slow this time. Not visible this time. The hand that was at his side is suddenly extended toward Foreman's face. The transition is invisible. 1 frame, hand at side. Next frame, hand 6 inches from Foreman's nose. No motion between, just before and after. Second 3. Foreman's brain processes what just happened, or tries to. He didn't see the hand move, didn't see it coming, just saw it appear. His boxing reflexes, trained through thousands of hours, didn't activate, couldn't activate, no warning to activate on. His guard stayed up, but the strike came from below his guard, around his guard, through his guard without triggering any defensive response. Second 4. Bruce pulls his hand back. Same invisible motion. The hand that was 6 inches from Foreman's face is back at his side. Foreman blinks. His mouth is open slightly. He's trying to understand. How? The audience is silent. They're trying to understand too. Did Bruce move? They think he did, but nobody saw it clearly. Second 5. Bruce's hand moves again. Different angle, this time toward Foreman's throat. Same speed, same invisibility. The hand appears 6 inches from Foreman's Adam's apple. Bruce's fingers positioned precisely at the pressure points on either side of the windpipe. Foreman's breath catches, not because Bruce touched him, he didn't, because Foreman's body understands something his mind hasn't caught up to yet. If Bruce had wanted to make contact, Foreman would have no defense, none. His size means nothing if he can't see the attack coming. Second 6. Bruce lowers his hand, steps back, says calmly, "My mother was 5 feet tall, 100 pounds. She taught me to move like that. Size doesn't protect you from what you cannot see. Strength doesn't defend against what you cannot react to. Speed and precision defeat size and power, always. That's not disrespect to boxing, that's physics. The studio is absolutely silent. 300 audience members, Johnny Carson, camera operators, stage crew, everyone frozen. George Foreman stands with his guard still up. His expression is completely changed. Not confident, not grinning. Understanding, the specific understanding that he just felt something he's never felt in a boxing ring. Helplessness, complete defensive failure. Against someone 110 pounds lighter who didn't even touch him, Carson finds his voice. That was, Bruce, did you just... George, did you see that? Foreman lowers his hands slowly, says quietly, no, I didn't see it. I felt it. Felt where his hand was, but I didn't see it move. He looks at Bruce. How fast was that? Bruce says, not fast, efficient, no wasted motion, straight line. Your eyes track movement. I moved before your eyes could track, not because I'm faster than sight, because I start from stillness and end in stillness. Your brain sees before and after, but not during. The audience starts finding its voice. Murmuring, excited, shocked. This wasn't in the script. This was real. Live television, real demonstration, real technique. Carson tries to regain control. Well, that was quite a demonstration. Bruce Lee, everyone. He starts applauding. The audience joins, relieved, the tension breaking. Foreman extends his hand to Bruce. Bruce shakes it. Foreman says, so the microphones catch it. I apologize for what I said about your mother, about size. I was wrong. That was disrespectful. I'm sorry. His voice is genuine, the apology of someone who just learned something fundamental about respect, about underestimation, about crossing lines. Bruce nods. Apology accepted. Your strength is real, your skill is real, but every strength has a counter, every size has a weakness. That's what martial arts teaches. Find the weakness, use the counter. My mother taught me that. He sits back down on the couch, calm, professional, like nothing extraordinary just happened. Carson stammers through the commercial break transition. We'll be right back, folks. That was something. Cut to commercial. On set, silence. Foreman sits back down. Not cocky anymore, thoughtful. Processing. The camera operators look at each other. Did we just film that? The segment will be legendary. After the show, backstage, Foreman finds Bruce, says, can I ask you something? Bruce nods. How do I learn to do that? Not the speed. I know that takes years, but the understanding, the way you see weaknesses. Bruce says, come train, anytime. I teach in Los Angeles. I'll show you how boxing and martial arts complement each other. Your power with my precision, nobody could touch you. Foreman considers, says, I might do that, after I win the championship, after I beat Frazier. Bruce smiles. After you win, come learn. Success makes good students. They know they still have things to learn. The footage airs. 20 million viewers watch. The next day, newspapers talk about it. Olympic champion humbled by martial artist. Bruce Lee demonstrates speed on Tonight Show. Sports journalists debate. Was it real? Was it staged? Foreman's response is consistent. It was real. I couldn't see his hand move. He could have hit me anywhere, anytime. Size didn't matter. That was the lesson. I learnt it. Bruce doesn't capitalize on it, doesn't promote it, just continues teaching, training students, working on film projects. But the demonstration becomes legend. The moment a 140-pound martial artist showed an Olympic champion that everything he believed about size and strength had limits. 6 seconds, no contact, just movement, and the understanding that speed beats power when power can't see speed coming. Years later, after Foreman wins the heavyweight championship, after he loses it to Ali, after his career evolves, he's asked about Bruce Lee. Always says the same thing. Bruce taught me humility on national television, made me apologize for disrespecting his mother, showed me my size meant nothing against someone who moved like that. Best lesson I ever got. Didn't cost me anything but pride. and pride needed adjusting anyway. Little man had something special. Glad I met him, glad he didn't hit me, because I know now he could have, any time he wanted, and I would never have seen it coming. The 6 seconds live on. Archived footage, YouTube clips, martial arts documentaries, frame-by-frame analysis of Bruce's movement, slow-motion replay showing how his hand moves faster than standard television frame rates can capture cleanly. The blur between positions that proves the speed was real. George Foreman's expression changing from confidence to confusion to respect. All caught on camera, all preserved. 6 seconds that changed how boxing viewed martial arts, how champions viewed technique, how size learned to respect precision. Johnny Carson later said it was one of the most memorable moments in Tonight Show history. George Foreman was our guest. Big, powerful, undefeated. Bruce Lee was our other guest. Small, precise, unknown to most viewers. George said something inappropriate. Bruce responded without violence, without anger, just demonstrated capability. 6 seconds, both men handled it with class. George apologized. Bruce accepted. That's how it should be. But those 6 seconds, never forgot them, never saw anything move that fast on our stage before or since.